Hi, I'm Randy Patterson, and this is Psychology Salon, a channel looking at various issues from a psychological perspective. Consider clicking the subscribe button below. This video is part of a series on assertive communication to mark the publication of the second edition of the Assertiveness Workbook. This book includes a wide variety of strategies for different situations, including giving your opinion, making requests, giving and receiving feedback, and of course, saying no. And my goal in the book was to be relentlessly practical. I don't just want to talk about the goal of assertiveness or about how it's such a great thing. I want to show you how to do it. So I'd like to share just one of those strategies with you today, the broken record technique. And this is primarily used in situations when you are saying no. Someone wants you to do something like buy a vacuum cleaner or drive them to the airport or not leave this job or loan them your house, and you don't want to do it. So how do you say no in a way that's effective? Well, the first thing, of course, is to decide on your position. If you're not sure, you're not ready. You might best put the response off until you've had a chance to think, which is another strategy. But let's imagine that you already know your position. No, you do not want to spend the weekend driving your friend 2 states over to pick up the new harpsichord she just bought. Okay? No. So, what do? You state your position as clearly and calmly as you can. If you look upset, that means you're stressed. You're feeling threatened by this request. But remember, this other person can't make you do anything. Your behavior is up to you. So there is no threat. People should be able to ask you any unreasonable thing they want without you getting upset. Because you can simply say, no. No, I'm not in the market for a new vacuum cleaner. No, I'm not going to give you my credit card number. No, I'm not willing to drive to Nebraska. There's a thing about saying no. We would love it if people would just say, oh, okay. And that would be it. And sometimes that happens, but not as often as we'd like. People get quite fixated on what they want from us, so they don't accept the no very easily. They keep asking. I'm sorry, sir, but I really do need your credit card information so that we can give you this free vacation package. Or, are you sure I really need this harpsichord? So there are a lot of ways of handling these repeat requests. But one of the ones that people fall into is rewording their refusal every time they give it. No, the car doesn't have snow tires, so I don't want to drive it that far. Oh, no, there's this party on Saturday night I've been looking forward to, so I can't drive you. No, there's an outstanding warrant for my arrest in Nebraska. Whatever. Every time they get asked, they reply in a different way or with a different excuse. And it feels like this is a good idea. The one barrier that we put up didn't work, so I will pile another one on top of it, and then another one on top of that. And sooner or later, this person is going to give up. That's not what happens. Everyone knows that your creativity is not unlimited. You've got a lot of excuses you can use, a lot of different ways to say no, but not an infinite number. Sooner or later, you're going to run out. And at the bottom of the barrel, there's a yes waiting. These excuses also give the problem over to the other person, and they can feel entitled to solve your problem. Oh, we can totally get snow tires put on your car, and then it'll be no problem. Or, I understand that money is tight, but we have a really easy payment plan for this vacuum cleaner. When you issue a refusal, notice what's happened. Nothing. You have not given in. They have not defeated this reply. So you do not have to replace it with a different one. You can recycle the same one again. The broken record technique is very simply to repeat the same reply over again. There's no switching from problem to problem, so it becomes clear that you're not going to run out of ideas. No, I'm not looking for a new vacuum cleaner. No, I'm not looking for a new vacuum cleaner. No, I'm not looking for a new vacuum cleaner. No, I don't give away my credit card information. No, I don't give away my credit card information. No, I don't give away my credit card information. You may think this sounds weird, and it can, a little. Your fear of sounding weird may be why you cannot defend your own boundaries. But it won't sound much weirder than the other person pretending they haven't heard your position and making the same request over and over and over again. There is one thing you can do if you use the broken record technique. You can make your answer shorter. If your answer gets longer and longer and more elaborate, eventually there's a limit to that, and the person pressuring you can sense that fact. It's an invitation for them to keep pushing. You are keeping their hope alive. It's okay to give a person a reason for your refusal. I hate Nebraska or whatever. But having done that, you don't need to repeat it or add other bits. Instead, you take bits away. Oh, it's a lovely vacuum cleaner, and I'm sorry to disappoint you, but I'm not in the market for a new one. I'm sure it's very nice, and I'm not in the market for a new one. As I say, I'm not in the market for a new one. I'm not buying a new one. Not buying a new one. Not buying one. Not buying. No. No. A long first reply is often a gentle refusal. Oh, I love harpsichords, and you would be great at it. I really hope you find a way to get it, but I'm not your guy for picking it up from Nebraska. There's a lot of padding in there. By shortening your next reply, you're taking some of that padding away. They're running into a slightly firmer wall. Over time, they will sense that your answer is getting more solid, not weaker, and eventually they will give up. You can also signal that the decision has now been made. The discussion is now over, and you are moving on. You're off to college next year, right? There's no need to keep talking about the harpsichord because it's already settled. Just try not to bring the discussion back to the requests they were making. I hope you find a way to get that harpsichord. This can just be an invitation for them to try again. Well, I don't think I will. You were my last hope. And are you sure you really can't? If that happens, of course, you can just go back to the broken record technique. But it's better if you can shift to a new subject. And throughout, you're going to be nice about it. You might feel tempted to be irritated or angry. And if we're telling the truth, you might really be irritated. But we only get angry when we're threatened. And showing that reveals that we think this request is a real threat. It's only a threat if we're at some risk of giving in. So getting angry with that person can bring about hope and make them think they can wear you down. Even if you're frustrated, it's best to keep breathing deeply, calming yourself down, and responding in a kind, clear, relaxed voice. I know. This video has been so great. You want it to keep going. No. The Assertiveness Workbook, 2nd edition, is now available from retail and online booksellers, along with my other books, How to Be Miserable and How to Be Miserable in Your 20s. And if you're interested in my online courses, you can find them at psychologysalon.teachable.com. See you again. No, as I say, we're done now. We're done now. We're done.